Hello, my name's Elizabeth, and this is LA Stitches, Flosstube number 4. It's December 15th, which I feel like everyone says it, but this month has flown by. I don't even know how we're halfway through it. Maybe that's because I'm doing Vlogmas, and this man, oh my gosh, there's almost 550 of you, my nearest and dearest closest friends, if we're being honest with ourselves. That's crazy. I try not to look at the numbers. I've very rapidly learned that it stresses me out, so I check before I film these videos when I'm writing my notes, and like that's like one of the final things I put in my notes for these, just so I can acknowledge all of you. You're all important. You all matter. I'm happy all of you are here. It's also a crazy high number to me. I don't have a lot of stitching to show you this week, and my number is really low, in part because, as a little bit of a spoiler, my current morning stitching I don't have numbers for. I'm not counting it, but because it's new morning stitching, that does mean I have a finish. So I did 1,485 stitches this week, including 331 stitches into this bad boy. I'm gonna hopefully be remembering to put up before photos here, so you can see them next to each other. Kind of. I'm in the middle. But yeah, 331 stitches. I finished this Wednesday. It's so cute. I think I picked this up on sale, so it was really cheap, and I'm so happy I did. I'm not an impulse purchase person, but like this was so cute. This was so worth it. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm gonna put it back here because I don't have any finishes that are related to what I've been working on. So I figured this can be my finish in my background today. It's on top of my Advent blanket. Put a square in every day. There's last year's side, last year's Advent. Here's this year's Advent. 3 rows in because it's day 15. Which means my new morning stitching sorry. This is like, we've had multiple takes. Luna has had a morning. And so have I. But my new morning stitching is this ornament. This is Dimensions Gold Collection Christmas Village Ornaments, the bakery one. So hopefully I would have put up a finished photo, or what it's supposed to look like finished, and then where it started this week off at. And I have just been flying through this. According to Marika Stitches, there is around 4,500 stitches in these. And usually, well, not counting backstitch, but I don't count backstitch. Normally these are a slog, and partially because I find stitching evergreen trees really hard, because there's not like, it's very hard for me to find the flow and moving through them. But one of my mornings, I was having a moment of self-reflection. There's 2 projects I have where I cross my X's the opposite direction. This is one of them. And I think the fact that I've not been working on as many cross-stitch pieces is why this has been flying. Because normally, because I'm bouncing back and forth, I end up frogging a lot because I'm crossing them wrong. And sometimes I'm like, I don't care. It's fine. But I do want them to look right. And polished and good. Oh, you can see where I carried a thread across where the cookie sign will be. Shh. I'm sorry. She doesn't like that noise. Do you want to come here? Come here. Come here. Luna, come here. Don't sit off other people's dogs. I love you too. Anyways, oh, that was back. I don't have numbers for these. Do you have any thoughts on this? Oh, that's what I thought. I will hopefully be finishing that this week, but we'll see. I think it's pretty reasonable expectation for myself to think that. And then I only have 2 projects for normal stitching. The first being Nocturnal Messenger from, oh, let me just move this thread. From Lugana Art, stitched on 28 count linen. I did 702 stitches on this while watching episode 7 of Critical Role Campaign 4 for a total of 23,653 or 78.84% complete. And I was finishing so many of these blues in the bird. And the 310's all done. I think I did that last week. Or the last time I worked on this prior to this. But like, the top's like here somewhere. So, I had big aspirations of finishing it this year. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'm hopeful. I'm just scared. Let me put them over there, just further away. And then I worked on Chocolate Border Collie by CelticRoseXStitch. This is something that would be beneficial for me to put in my notes because I think every single time I've been like, I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember the designer's name. I do link everything in the description below, or like I write it out. I write it out because like Lugana Art has an Etsy and a website. And so I don't know how you prefer to do your shopping. So I just, yeah. Anyways, I did 452 stitches in the Border Collie. Am I giving myself enough room on both sides? I don't know. For a total of 9,010 stitches or 14.3% complete. Yeah. And the only reason I only worked on this last night in part because I was like, I need more to show. I need to show a little bit more. But with that, we're into plans. So my morning stitching is going to stay the same until it's finished or until I get to the back stitch. And then Vlogmas is picking my next morning stitching. So I don't know what it's going to be yet, that's really fun. I'm really excited about that. I didn't expect to be like so stoked to have the decision made for me in a non-arbitrary way. Because if it's in an arbitrary way, like a wheel spin, I'll just be like, well, I don't want to. But if the people say, then I have to. I quite simply have to. Another episode of Critical Role is put out on YouTube for everyone to watch because I'm not paying for it. I'm enjoying it. I don't have the money to pay for it. So with Critical Role, the episodes are live for, I think they're members or something, on Thursday nights, and then they release the like normal video format one on Mondays around noon where I live. So another one will come out today in about an hour. And then I'll be back to being 2 episodes behind. I try to only be 1 episode behind, so I will hopefully catch up on that. I'm going to be really far behind on my Border Collie because that's my gridiron grind stitching, and there's a game tonight. And while I caught up on, I work on the main Border Collie for the Steelers, and then I work on the background for their opponents' scores. I need to do 960 stitches on the background before whatever their opponents score tonight. So that needs a lot of work. And then I also wanted to finish a page on Summer Moon. which I'll pop up a finished photo here. I don't know if it's reasonable for me to want to get a whole page done this month too, in addition to everything else, but we'll see. And then this is kind of like a nice bridge between plants and life into dreamland. The stitching I do while my boyfriend runs a D&D campaign with his friends is going to be on pause until the new year, at least, probably, because one of the players became a dad. He's a dad. So that's going to be on pause because he's got a newborn, and we like all our players to be present for when they're having a session playing together, right? And as far as like reasons to not have it, a new baby, the holidays, those are two really good reasons to miss a D&D D&D session, right? I think in the grand scheme of things, it's like, it's pretty nice. It's not somebody being sick or anything, so I'm not mad about that. I don't know how much stitching I'm gonna get done this week. Because the reason this week was so low is because I have one pair of socks I'm trying really hard to finish before Wednesday, because that's when my family's doing their Christmas exchange. And while it's okay if my socks aren't even started and Kay's socks aren't done, everything that needs to go to people who are in town and stuff needs to be done before they leave. And I've been trying very hard not to injure my thumb again, because that's what happened last year. And so when I'm not knitting, I'm not cross-stitching, because what I hurt when I'm knitting is my thumb right here. And the way I hold my needles for cross-stitching also can exacerbate what's happening there for me. So I'm hoping to get her socks done by Wednesday morning. I think I could manage to squeeze in the toe Wednesday morning before I have to go and give them to her. They're not going to get blocked. There's just not time. But starting last night, my thumb started to hurt. And I still have a heel, a gusset, a foot, and a toe to do. In, like, I have a day and a half. They're for my brother's girlfriend. She's really calm. She has gotten into crochet in the last year and change. She understands, but like last year, I didn't even finish I got everyone's Christmas socks done, and I hurt my hand so bad that I didn't finish my Christmas socks until February or March. And so I was really hoping to get a picture of all of them done together. That's not going to happen. Now I'm just hoping that I can get all of them done at least this year. But we'll see. I'm trying really hard not to hurt this too bad, because if it gets too bad, I can't pick up a plate. My thumb is just done. So, yeah. That's not fun, but cross-stitching is less strenuous on it. There's a part of me that thinks that today maybe I should just cross-stitch and give it a break from the pressure of knitting, because those socks especially were already hard on my hands. With the yarn, it's a little bit thicker of a fingering weight yarn. I'm purling a lot because for some reason I decided to make them ribbed. Why would I make them ribbed? So that's also putting a lot of strain on my thumb. Yeah, we'll just see. I have a big window to get them done. They don't leave until the 22nd, but we're doing Christmas on the 17th. So I want them done for Christmas. Other life stuff. Kay and I play Pokemon Go while walking Luna, because it's fun. Gotten really into it. And I So I picked it back up in like mid-November. This month, in December, I've gotten 3 shinies, which if you follow Pokemon, like shinies are special guys. They look different, but they're special, right? And so I got a shiny Sprigatito, a shiny Inkay that I evolved into a shiny Malamar, and a shiny Tauros, which I will hopefully have like popped up their photos here. Kay's got a ton from since he picked it back up this year, but also way back when it was super popular. He had shinies from back then, which, not me. These are my first 3. I've only had one other shiny Pokemon, and it was full odds in Scarlet and Violet. I got a shiny Grivard. That wasn't foreshadowing for my dog dying. That's a bad joke. That's a bad joke. What? Like I have points on my life stuff to talk about, right? So I'm gonna get through those, but this is gonna be a short video. I'm doing my best with responding to comments. I'm doing my best to, from my comments, I've been discovering new channels and I'm adding them into my watch list, but I'm also very far behind, so I'm trying to like alternate through everything. I've caught up on my watch later list, so I'm in November now. Yesterday I was in October. I did a lot of watching. Yeah, it's just life is happening. This week, like I said, I'm doing Christmas with my family. Kay's not going to be available, so he and I are going to do our version of family Christmas with my mom and stepdad. It's weird. It's just a weird Christmas. We're going to do that later in the month. Just with his work schedule starting to get a little unstable, and then as we get closer to the holiday, it might get even more unstable with what days he's working, what hours he's working. It's gotten crazy before, so it might just get crazy again. So we just kind of anticipate that. But when we do that, which it won't be this week, but I'll include a video of Luna playing with one of my parents' dogs. They have an Oski named Bodhi, who is 75% Australian Shepherd, 25% Husky, and he and Luna like to chase each other around. I'm just rambling. I need to say goodbye, because I'll just sit here and talk forever. So, I will see you guys next Monday. I hope you find something to smile about. You deserve happiness. And I hope you have a great week.